England is the largest country in the United Kingdom, its capital is London, and it is the largest urban area in the European Union as a whole. The population of England reaches about 53 million people. Christianity is the most professed religion in England, and the proportion of Christians today from the English is about 59%, and the proportion of Muslims 5%. Facts you didn't know about England. In the first international match in football history, England played a 1-1-8 formation, 1 defender, 1 midfielder and 8 attackers. English law stipulates that suicide is a crime punishable by death. A suicide who fails to commit suicide was arrested and sentenced to death. This law was suspended in 1961. Waterloo Underground Station tops the top spot among London's global subsidised stations in terms of congestion, attracting over 75,000 passengers just during the morning. There are twins in England from a brother and sister after their birth who were raised with 2 different families. They ended up getting married without knowing that they are brother and sister. In the 18th century, the price of entry to the zoo was to bring a cat or dog to be fed to the lions in the zoo, and if the visitor did not want to bring a cat or dog, he had to pay half a penny. The shortest war in history took place in 1896 between the Sultanate of Zanzibar and England, and ended with the surrender of Zanzibar 38 minutes after the start of the war. Great Britain consists of England, Wales, and Scotland, while Britain consists of England and Wales. The English people consume more tea than any other people. The Japanese people are considered a lover of tea. Despite that, the English people drink 2.5 times more tea than them, and 22 times more than the Americans and the French. The French language was the official language in England for 3 centuries, from 1066 to 1362. French influence began with the Norman conquest of England by William the Conqueror in 1066. During World War I, British spies used man's water as secret ink to write important letters. In 1811 a quarter of the women in England were called Mary. Britain is unique in having 72 of the world's richest people, a figure that is twice as high as the wealthy in the UAE. If you put a postage stamp bearing the image of the king or queen upside down, this is considered treason. Queen Elizabeth II is traced back to Vlad the Impaler, the historical figure who inspired the Irish writer Bram Stoker as the vampire Dracula. Did you know that there is no horse on British soil without an official passport? There is a legal provision since the 16th century that imposes a penalty on every husband who hits his wife after 9 in the evening, so as not to penetrate the comfort of others. The Queen of England owns all the sturgeon, whales and dolphins that swim no more than 5 kilometers from the English coast. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and like the video.